Hello again. Let's get straight into the AFL teams for round 4. Tom Rehn joins me and a possible debutant for the Crows, Tom.
Yeah, Tredders, and the man you're talking about is Cam Ellis-Yolmen. He comes into the squad of 25 along with Martin and Shaw. Still no room for Jason Porplesia or Sean McKernan. Are you happy with the way they're lining up, Tredders?
Well, I like Ellis-Yolmen getting a chance because his form in the SANFL with the Crows twos in the trial game's been good and Adelaide hasn't been performing, so I think it's a good move. But 24 hours' time we'll know more when they finalise and trim 3 players from their list.
Well, Thompson, Grigg and Kerridge will have fitness tests on Saturday morning. Patrick Dangerfield definitely will play. That's a major boost. And the coach says this is a game they simply must win.
And without question, we have to go over there with the attitude that we're going to come home with 4 points. And sometimes when you start 0-3, you feel like you're playing really poorly. I still like the way we're playing in patches, but it's just been in patches. We've turned the ball over and been scored against more than any other club in the competition so far. So the area that we focused on mainly this week was those disposal under pressure. The playing group and the coaches have never been closer, and I really mean that. We're in this together. We're going to fight our way out of this.
Well, Tredders, just the squad of 25 for the Saints at this stage. It looks like Jack Stephen could play, but Sam Gilbert back on the injured list, unfortunately for them. Let's move on to the power, though. Sam Gray's been upgraded from the rookie list today. Looks like he's going to come in for Angus Monfries, who's injured along with Chad Wingard. Does that surprise you?
Yeah, it is a bit of a surprise. He's played with the Magpies, was brilliant last year playing in the SANFL, but his form is good in the SANFL, and Port Adelaide's got a history. They do not upgrade him if they don't play him, so I suspect he'll be making his AFL debut.
Well, Tredders, there's one man who admits he'll be the most nervous on the field on Saturday, and you've had a good chat with Jared Pollock, and you really put the acid on him.
Now, when you decided to come home, you ruffled a few feathers from former teammates. You were called a mummy's boy. Did you take that serious, or was it a bit of a joke?
No, it was a bit of a laugh. I could say I'm a bit of a mum's boy. I love mum's cooking, so I was glad to come home to that.
What was the reason for Port compared to Adelaide, and was it a tough decision?
It was a tough decision. I had a few mates that played for Crows, but Port Adelaide was always the club that I was going to go to. Kenny Hinkley sold me on the first interview, so once I had that interview, I was pretty sorted on Port.
Why were you so convinced?
Just the trust, and the honesty that he gave straight away. He pulled everyone else out and said, if you want to play here, we'll turn you into the player you want to be, and I'll tell you straight up, and that's what I've always wanted.
But life at Alberton got off to a rocky start when Polak was publicly berated by the coach. He now reveals he was sick with tonsillitis.
I wasn't going to run the run at the start. I just decided to push through and ended up finished pretty poor. But Kenny did pull me aside and said a few words like, "This is the level you've got to get up to."
The 21-year-old says that tough love was just the spark he needed to get his game to the next level.
Good play comes at Pollock again. Look at him, they don't argue.
You just don't want to let the team down. You don't want to be the player that makes the team lose. And I have so much love for this club, and I just don't want that to happen.
Now, this Saturday you're taking on your old team, Brisbane. Are you nervous?
Yeah, pretty nervous. Nervous every week.
Are you expecting any special treatment this week?
I'd expect a little bit. Would do the same if we had a player leave here as well, so you always got to expect it.
Almost, here's Pollock breaking through. What a recruit he might well be for Port Adelaide.
He could be the recruit of the year, Tredders. Fantastic interview. He is going to cop it though, isn't he?
Stay away from Jonathan Brown, that's all I'll say. He'll cop it, make no mistake about that.
That's pretty good advice. Let's have a look at Brisbane's side. They've named 3 debutants to face the power, Payne, Robertson and Cutler. You did pretty well last week, a couple of big losses there too. You got 7 out of 9. Can you go the perfect round this week?
Well, I hope so, as long as the 2 Adelaide teams give me that perfect round. I've gone for Port Adelaide. I think they'll smash Brisbane. Brisbane, too many injuries and really struggling at the moment. And I'm picking Adelaide. I'm going with the Crows. I'm hoping it's going to be their first 4-quarter performance. They need to do that, and they will beat St Kilda.
All right, let's hope you go 9 out of 9.
Well, fingers crossed anyway.
Good stuff.